have to run my units past their buildings.
This should be good.
Okay. By going to the command center, you get them all. Okay, fire bats. Fire bats are flamethrower units. They aren't half bad. Get up there. This guy's having a dance. Alright. How's this? Okay, I'm short on Vespine. Okay, refinery there. And now if I just leave him work, I think the moment the refinery is built, he'll get to mining the gas. Again, in StarCraft 1, StarCraft Mass Recall, the Zerg would have after attacking my base by now. And if I hadn't gone this way, the Zerg would have started attacking here by now. But the moment you go over here and clear out all the Zerg here, you don't even destroy a building. The Zerg suddenly stop sending out attacks. So, while the Mass Recall is a faithful enough adaptation of like StarCraft 1, as in like if it uses the same audio files from StarCraft 1, you hear like the Rainer here, like you hear those lines in the game. During the mission screenings, the mission screen room, you have all that in here, but they do have some different game like AI to it, as in like these attacking from over here, enemies being aggressive like here, sending things out. There is one weird thing over here in Mass Recall. There's two infested Terran who use guns. In StarCraft 1, firstly here, there was never infested Terran as far as I know, and we'll find out in a second. And in StarCraft 1, infested Terran, it's basically humans who are infested by the Zerg. You'll find out what that means in a bit. But basically they were suicide units. They would run up and go kaboom. To get them, you had to infest the command center with a queen. Kind of difficult to do. Well, it's not too difficult. I suppose you have to wreck their base defenses to fly the queen in. Not too difficult, though. Maybe if you're terrible at the game, yes. Oh yeah. You know what? I probably have enough.
Go ahead, Commander.
Just send them over here so they clean out through here. You march over here. Yeah, no. The infested Terran were over here in Mass Recall, and there are, like I said, a few differences between this and Mass Recall. One being like some of the environments. Over here in Mass Recall, there's like a destroyed building and a mine, and this area is a lot more condensed. In here, it's a bit more open, honestly, and there's no such destroyed buildings. I'll go over here and trash this place. I'm trying not to sneeze right now, that's why I'm not talking, and I'm slightly distracted as my mind keeps going back to there's a bit of controversy surrounding a Blizzard game right now, and it's just irritating me a little. Just because other people don't seem to just I don't know how to word it, and like I like being accurate in my things, and I don't want to be say something inaccurate, but it's just like basically some people are being idiots about it from my perspective. Okay, let's just push forwards, but I don't, fuck it, I'm not going to get pulled into it right now. It's probably for the best. Actually, no. Not. I would say no to the Marines, not no to getting pulled into it.
What the hell did they do to that command center? Whatever it is, it ain't natural. Burn it, boys.
Funny enough, it is. But yeah, that's an infested command center in StarCraft 1. They look a lot different in StarCraft 2, but you have to keep in mind they, you know, there's quite a few years between the games. Let me find out when StarCraft 1 came out. I think it's like a decade before this. StarCraft 1. StarCraft 1. It was originally released in March 31st, 1998.
By destroying a vital Confederate installation, you and your men have violated standing colonial law. As of right now, you're all under arrest. I suggest you throw down your weapons and come peaceably.
Are you out of your mind? If we hadn't burned that damn factory, this entire colony could have been overrun. Maybe if you hadn't taken your sweet time in getting here.
Now, I asked you nice the first time, boy. I didn't come here to talk with you. Now throw down them weapons.
Guess you wouldn't be a Confederate if you weren't a complete pain in the ass.
Rainer's a lot more sassy in this version. I like it personally. I was going to say better than the dickbag that he is in StarCraft 2, Wings of Liberty. I just remember him being a bit of an arse at one point. He forms a group later on that's working against another group. I'm trying to keep it somewhat spoiler free. I don't know why. I just feel awkward if someone starts off watching StarCraft. I should stop spoiling things. I've gave you like, you know, a bit of information about the Zerg and whatnot, even their name. I swear you found out their name here. I don't know, but they on this mission. But regardless, like his group was fighting another group. They have to form together to fight a third group. And a lot of his people really don't like it, as they've lost a ton of people. They lost loved ones and whatnot to the first group, and he's just like, shut up or get the fuck off my ship. And it's just like, and people listen to it, this guy? Maybe I'm misremembering or misunderstanding or taking him up wrong. You know, basically my fault, like me fucking up rather than the game. But he just ended up seeming like why hasn't anyone shoved their rifle barrel, shoved their, you know? Let me start again. Why hasn't anyone shoved their gun up his arse? You know, like why hasn't someone killed him? Like, if he's always acting like that, it's starting to sound like justifiable homicide right now. But it's Wings of Liberty came out 12 years after StarCraft 1. There was also 2 other StarCraft games before Wings of Liberty, other than StarCraft Brood War, StarCraft Insurrection and StarCraft 64. I believe Mass Recall has Insurrection on its things. I don't actually have access to these things. The insurrection campaign things in this. It's solely StarCraft 1 and Brood War, nothing else. Insurrection is not sold on the Blizzard store. I don't even know if it's canon, considering how it's not sold, even though it was officially licensed according to the wiki thing by Blizzard. You know, I'm questioning. Well, maybe I shouldn't question the source, like the lore validity, its canonness solely off that, but it just seems a little strange, you know? Like, they licensed this, they made it, why isn't it on the store? Maybe it's because it was made by another company, but I wouldn't even have a clue where you would get it. You'd have to hope some second-hand store probably sells it. So it's... I don't know where I was going with that. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Also, actually, there was a reason why Raynor was the way he was. Oh, and we do know what they're called. Zerg. I don't know why they call them the Zerg Swarm. They are called the Zerg Swarm, but what I mean is, as far as we know so far, they're only called Zerg. But whatever. Oh, can't save replay. What's it called? There is a reason why Raynor reacted the way he did in the second game, in Wings of Liberty. You know, shut up or get off my ship. There is a reason, but I have issues with the reason as well. It ends up coming off as strange. Basically, there's a sudden romance between him and another character that, I don't know, it just, at least from what I remember playing this when I was substantially younger, going on 6 years ago by now, there was no trace of it in the game that they had any, you know, feelings for each other. But yet they're, you know, you know, from the way that, you know, basically the way StarCraft 2 is, they act, it's almost as if they have a deeper relationship than that. Which it would be. Maybe I missed something when I was younger, or maybe people who wrote StarCraft 2 didn't pay much attention to StarCraft 1. It could go many ways. Let's hope it was me just fucking up. Otherwise, the alternative is kind of shite, you know? If you're writing a game, you should actually know the previous games. Even if you're making a Final Fantasy game and it's disconnected to all other Final Fantasies, you should at least know Final Fantasy games so you know the kind of game that's expected. While, like, Final Fantasy VII is certainly different to other, like, you know, Final Fantasy 1 or X2. You know, there's still, since I haven't played them so long, I'm hesitant in talking further. It's like, you know, they have a certain, like, iconic feel to them, or, well, maybe I shouldn't say iconic, but, you know, there's a certain feel to them. They have a certain, you know, Final Fantasy-ness to them. So, you know, you'd kind of want to preserve that. Or whatever. At least have an idea of what the fans in of the series expect. So yeah, let's continue on. If you disagree, you agree but could phrase it better, feel free to share. I'm talking off my cuff and I'm like, I'm panicking. Am I phrasing it right? Am I talking right? The sky is falling. The sky is falling. I love the music in this game. Now it makes me think I'm watching just the guitar riff here makes me think of Firefly. Should go watch that again. I forgot to finish the videos.
Why we always gotta listen to this shit for anyway? 'Cause I'm in charge, that's why. Oh, it don't seem like no good kind of reason to me. Also, anyway. Hey, what's that? Hold on a minute, a second. Looks like you mashed some poor feather's dog, Sarge.
It's a Zerglin, Lester. Smaller type of Zerg. He can be out this far unless... Oh, shit.
I love you, Sarge.
Zerglings look so weird. Like, seriously, go back there and look at them. They look really strange. Like, they look like you glare angrily at their limbs and they will splinter. Like, they're so spindly.
Receiving incoming transmission. Comlink established.
You piss in their direction and they disintegrate.
Message, Magistrate. And frankly, I don't care what you have to say about Confederate regulations. You damn fringe world yokels are all alike. Don't know where your loyalties lie. Y'all have a real good day now, you hear?
Transmission ended.
Well, Duke is a right pain in the arse.
16 outland stations have reported sightings of the alien invaders identified as Zerg. The Confederates have arrested all standing militia forces and continue to avoid action against the Zerg. 3 stations have fallen to the Zerg already. We've been unable to locate any source of military relief except the extremist faction known as the Sons of Korhal. Their liaison is holding online.
Good day, Magistrate.
He looks so much different.
Mengsk, and I represent the Sons of Korhal. You're familiar with the Confederate propaganda surrounding my group, but your reputation suggests you'll see past it. It's never been our practice to operate in any one place for long, but these Zerg don't look like they're going to wait. I'm going to make you an offer, Magistrate. I'd like to help you out by sending down a number of transports to your colony and evacuating any survivors. You know, of course, that my organization operates outside the bounds of Confederate law. That's why they spread their lies and misinformation. If you decide to accept our help, you'll be branded as an outlaw too. But it's a chance to save those people. Time to make a stand, Magistrate.
Ending transmission. Priority alert. Evacuation zone under attack by Zerg forces. Distress beacon activated at 12:20.
I really like Mengsk's voice, I have to say. I really like it. When they were getting a voice actor for him, I think they picked the right one. I really like the voice. It's different, but it kind of made me think of the following. Not as in, like, Mengsk sounds like Purefoy. No, he doesn't, not in the slightest. But they, in the following, it's a TV series. Kevin Bacon is excuse me, he's an FBI agent who has to basically stop a cult leader. Guy keeps escaping from prison. Well, he escaped from prison and has an obsession with Poe, Edgar Allan Poe. He actually cuts out women's eyes. I think the way they phrased it was like, Poe saw, death as a part of beauty, and the most beautiful thing is the death of a beautiful woman or something. I can't remember the exact phrasing, explanation, but basically, Purefoy's character was a college professor who taught English literature, who slaughtered and cut out the eyes quite skillfully of attractive women. He's good enough to separate the 7 muscles keeping the eye in its socket. Keeping an eye in its socket. Yeah, that's there's a lot of drama and whatnot to it. I really liked watching it when I was younger. I tried to watch it recently as finally I got a computer that plays the box set, but sadly I wasn't in the mood for it. I found recently I've kind of gotten into a mood for shooters or some games where I can be a bit more aggressive in them, basically. Certainly I can be aggressive here in my strategies and whatnot, but it's not the kind of aggressive I want. I want the aggressive where I can charge up to an enemy and just, clobber the shit out of them. I like that. I know it appeals to me in some way. It's just a sudden change I noticed. I go with it. If I'm really enjoying the game, it means I can give you better commentary. So it's a win-win, I enjoy the game, you get better commentary. That's why what I mean by on my about page that I play whatever games I'm in the mood for. If I'm really not in the mood for one game, I won't play it purely because